So metahuman hair. I used it on this guy. Let's check. Basically, it's, where is it? G. Oh, I know what I've done. Just open this up. Make things a bit more obvious. Where's my hair groom? What are you doing on the floor, buddy? Yeah, sometimes I use iClone and CC3, and sometimes the hair offerings are not that great. So sometimes I import in a groom. Let me just like this a bit better. Let's just shove in a rectangle light here. Make it movable. So yeah, this is a groom from metahumans. Oh, that light is probably a bit much. Let's put it down a bit. Move it away. They tend to look better than CC3 stuff. So basically, to get that, you need to have your Quixel Bridge working. I'm not quite sure in Unreal 5 how it works. Oh, no thanks. And also MetaHuman Creator, which I have signed in. That's annoying. I don't want to sign with Quixel. Is that me? Yeah, so you need to go to the MetaHuman Creator site and basically log in and create your MetaHuman. Unfortunately, you can't just download the hair. You have to download the whole body to take the hair. You can also use the eye shaders as well. Is that fella not working? I got some weird thing where MetaHuman Creator does not want to work in my Edge browser. So yeah, basically you got to go to this site. You got to launch the app. Oh, really? This is what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. May take a few minutes. So I'll show you a bit how you create your metahumans, but once you have, you can add them to your own metahumans, or you can just use the presets and you basically download them. This fella, let's see, let's move you to over here. And you select the resolution, but most importantly, oh, this is where I could access MetaHuman Creator by directly going through here. Yeah, we're still waiting for this fella. The most important thing is this section here, where you configure your download settings. I usually leave them at default. But what is most important is your export settings. So you need to specify your target, and Unreal Engine, of course, me, and the engine version. Oh, there's no 5 here. Anyway, now the plugin location, which is the sort of the generic Unreal folder for where you've downloaded your version of the engine, and then the default project, which is the actual project it's going to go into. So once you've done that, you can just click on the download button, and it will download it to your computer. This is how I understand it. And once it is downloaded to your computer, you can then go about exporting it. You see, this one I haven't downloaded yet, but this one I downloaded, hence this fella here, which is the one you see in the Unreal program. So once you've downloaded it, you can export it, and that exports it to your program. So let's close this all up. We don't need this anymore. Quixel Bridge. No, I don't want to overwrite it. So that character can be found in the MetaHumans folder. So what you do is you'd search for the grooms, and then you would find, oops, the hair, which I believe is this one. Eyebrows for check messy hair, and basically you would drag it in. This is where it's kind of weird. This happened the last time. So, oh, groom actor. Yeah, it's messy. Let's just check this. That must have been a different one. Anyway, so this new one, sometimes they're all over the place. This problem the last time where I couldn't find the damn thing. Gee. Let me just check this one. Scale. Scale was okay. Still, it is there. Go check mine. Hi Ravi, I'm doing well, how are you? Well, I was doing well till I put this hair in, now I can't find it. Okay, let's see. Let's make some giant hair. I know it's in there. Browse to the asset. Messy. I guess this is different hair. No, this is the actual hair itself. So I know he's there. Must be some bug or something. Maybe because I'm compiling all the shaders still, that's also a possibility. Where are you, hair? Well, it'll probably appear eventually when all the shaders are loaded. But that basically, I'll keep that there, come back to it. Oh, hold on, that's what I can try and do. F. Nope. Why are you all the way up there? F to focus on the object you've selected in the world outliner. So anyway, that is that hair. Eventually, when it turns up, that is what you'll find. So, yeah, this is hair messy. So to attach it to this guy, hey? Oh yeah, that's already attached to him. Let me just take it out. You would just drag it onto the character. So let's say it's 7. This one is attached to a different one. So you drag it onto the character and you attach it to his head. This is the easiest way. One of the other ways is to attach it via a blueprint, which I won't go into. But basically you attach it. Now ideally I should have attached it to a character with no hair, because it's basically reacting with the hair that's on there already. But I'm just demonstrating the concept. It's a wonderful hairstyle. And once it's attached to that guy, you can move him around, and the hairs you see will stay with him. I have some other tutorials which actually do use a guy with no hair, and it actually looks all right. I quite enjoy using the groom hairs, but they don't react to wind. You do get, you know, quite a realistic look out of them. So I press G to hide all that kind of stuff. Let's see, where is that? But yeah, as I say, they don't react to wind, which is a bit of a downer. I expect one day eventually they will. And where is the skeletal mesh? Let's just browse to him and see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will still not work, but let's see. Let's delete his current hair, or rather disable it, because I think it still reacts to it. And let's just disable this one as well. Blah 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 blah. Oops. Let's still react to it. Kind of. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. Whoa. No, that's not much good. Let's see. Scale. Oh. It's looking a bit better there. Let's just try. Nah, it's too small. You see, it's disappeared. And I got the scalp. So obviously, yeah, this hair is made for a certain type of size for the metahuman. So, yeah, you can see where it's kind of interacting with something there that's making it poke out. That's height. Oh, that's also high. X. It's not particularly healthy. Yeah, I find sometimes if you jiggle around with it, it seems to what have I got here? I've got this. Where is my scale? Yeah, turn that off so you can. It's not attached to the grid, and you can get more of a finer approach to it. So yeah, you can mess around with that for a while. But basically, your hair is attached to this guy. Now the other thing you can do, which 225 shades. I think I might have already started on this guy. Oh, he was the same mesh. Oh, you know what? He's not. Might as well just use this fella since we're here. G to reveal everything. Let's just try this a bit on the side. While I'm here, I might as well start messing around with these meta-human eyes. I think these are not bad actually. That the CC3 eyes, they've improved definitely in the last few months, I think. Oh, if you want to get rid of this, this is associated with the groom. You basically just have to switch this off, and it should go away. So, because I seem to remember it appeared in the sequencer, or so anyway. If you get annoyed by that message, that text. So, yeah, we can do the same thing. This guy with the eye shaders. So the same way we replace the hair, we can replace eye shaders. Now I did this maybe a few months back. Now the CC3 eye shaders actually seem quite good. So let me just get to that fella and see how we can mess around. So we're in the mesh, not in the skeleton or the animation or physics. Obviously we're in the mesh, and I should save that since the asterisk is telling me that I haven't saved it. And we have to find, I'm trying to remember which one it is. No, I think it's Cornea. Yeah. So let's just do one of the eyes just so we can compare. We'll keep this as the CC3 shader, and then we'll look for a metahuman shader here. So we want the left eye. Okay, and then we need to go, so this is the left eye. I can just move that across and see what we can find. So yeah, I mean, there's actually a lot of things you can change with the eye, with the current CC3 shader. But the ones I mostly change, I think, is that you can mess around the brightness of the iris. Is it the limbus? No, that's the bit around the eye. Obviously it's pupil scale. Just weird stuff. Alien eyes. It's the sclera. The sclera, that's it. The white of the eyes. So obviously if you have a more cartoony character, you might bump that up. But yeah, this is sort of kind of real. At the same time, you get the same sort of can say control over your materials in the skin. You can make your skin more greasy or dry. but that will be a different session. So with the eyes, yeah, the sclera is probably one of the more important ones. I mean, you can mess around with your pupil scale if you wanted to. And obviously the iris brightness and color if you wanted to bump something up. Not sure whether you can actually, yes you can cancel. So yeah, so you get a lot of power anyway with that, but we're going to mess all that up because we're just messing about. And what am I looking for? I believe I'm looking for this parent. Maybe I'm not actually, no. Where is it? What? I'm looking for... Yeah, I do think it's that parent. So what you need to do, or I do, is I go to the MetaHumans, and I think there's an eye shader in there somewhere. Let me just put that away. MI refractive. Yes, looks like there's two of these. Yeah, because one will be in the common file. Maybe I should look for it in the common file. Actually, yeah, whatever. Common file. So there's the MI refractive and the instance left or right. So let's say we're using the left. Let's see where this works. I'll bring this back and this one here. And so to select this, anything you have here, you just have to press this arrow. And yeah, that looks really good, but let's have see what the shaders do. So now you've got that MetaHuman eye. That's what you're using now in there. So that also has a bunch of stuff you can mess with. I am not sure what this is. Where do they have a sclera? Sclera. So in the same way, you can mess with that. Yeah. So if you play around with that, let's have a look at the iris then. Iris cloudy color, iris bleed tint. I apologize, I haven't really gone too in depth with this. Oops, that's not helpful. Let's just change the camera speed a bit. Here's cloudy iris color. I see. Oh. Okay. So I guess while you're in your MetaHuman, which has kicked me out of anyway, you can actually pick the color. If you don't want to mess around with all of these, you can pick the color in your MetaHuman creation and just download that exact color of eyes if you wanted. So obviously the character I downloaded originally, his eyes were brown. I'm pretty sure there's probably somewhere in here that you can change that color. Color. Or maybe it's this one. I do notice it's quite slow to update, much slower than the CC3. I don't see a hell of a lot happening here. Iris color balance. Ah, there you go. Eventually you find something, but it doesn't give a great... This is the iris generator. So you mess around with that and you can get your colors going. Color 1, 2, and 3. Or as I say, you go directly into the MetaHuman creator and then you mess with the controls there to get the eyes exactly as you want. And you just download that. So yeah, it depends on the quality you're after, really. They both give quite good refraction, or reflection rather. One of the techniques I did use was to actually create a kind of contact lens mesh and put it just in front of the eyeball. And then made use of lighting channels. So for example, you can configure a light to only affect certain channels. So channel 1 is kind of the default and it's what affects everything. But at the moment, it doesn't affect what you need it to affect. So let's say you wanted a light to affect an object, but not anything else, you would make use of the lighting channel, which is quite handy if you're doing rim lights or something like that, and you want to stick a, let's say, a point light somewhere to give more or allow more detail to be seen. Let's send it to movable. Let's say I didn't want this to affect, well, let's say I wanted this to affect the whole scene. Change to channel 1. And let's say, yeah, no, I'm blowing everything out, but I would change this back to channel 0. Sorry, this would be channel 0, and that guy would be channel 0. But I might change this to channel 1, and I would want him to be affected as well. So in that way, you can have more control. Of course, the groom hair is not being affected. Let's see. Oh, well, maybe that's a better example. This is the hair. So channel 1. So he's accepting light from 0, which is what this one is on, and also 1, which is what this one is on. So yeah, which is great for, you know, if you want to rim light something. Of course, it's not how I would ultimately do it, but yeah, it's just an example of what you can do with lighting. Since I'm here messing about. And at the same time, you can dictate, you know, whether this actually has shadows, and that will affect certain things. All right, let's see what else we've got got going on. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, hair, which we did, the eye highlights, which we talked about. Oh, iClone cameras can't focus in Unreal. So I kind of found this issue as well. Let me just sort this light's beginning to annoy me. Let's just lower the intensity a bit. 1 and make it a nice cool color. Cool, warm, cool. All right. Yeah, so I don't know, the CC3 eyes look pretty good to me now. But yeah, hair is always an issue. I guess that's that's basically the holy grail, to get great looking hair. But yeah, let's see when that happens. Oh, speaking of hair, I wonder if that hair turned up somewhere. Where the heck is that hair? That's just so weird. Never used to be that mad. Just look one more time for it, otherwise I'm not going to be bothered. Oh, you see that? It was up there somewhere moving around. The hair was spotted. There he is. So that was just strange. Not quite sure what that was. So you need to adjust the pivot point, because at the moment it's nowhere near that hair. Now, if I remember correctly, I've got to press Alt, middle mouse button, drag it up. You might have to do this a couple of times. Then select Set as Pivot Offset. And in theory... Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now you got it. You got giant hair here, so where is this giant hair gonna go? Okay, he's in there somewhere. It's just, whoa, why'd you go all the way there? So that basically is how you would get, oops, your metahuman hair eventually positioned on your guy. I can't be bothered to mess that all up. I'm going to put that there. I put it on the original groom actor, and I'm just zeroing out the location so it'd be easier to find. And then I can just press F, and then you just do whatever needs to be done. So you give him double the hair. Not that I would suggest. Where is he gone now? For some reason, yeah, that's not playing. Oh, there you are. Must be some LOD thing. But yeah, that is groom hair. So yeah, the iClone thing. Let me just load up iClone, and we can figure that out as well. iClone. Okay. Oh, there you are. Right. So one of the other questions was, it was more to do with the live link issue. That their camera in Unreal lost a lot of the properties that they thought it would have. So let's just see what we got here. Let's just stick something. We got battle, we got this non-human horse. You know, I haven't used this guy for a while. And he's just gonna hang out, so so let's see. He's not quite at the center. We got X. No, X allows me to move around like that. Q to select get him centralized there. Let's give him an animation. Let's see. Bit of dancing maybe, or just some cool nightclub moves. Just give him a sway. Yeah. Oh, wow. My wife will tell you that's how I dance. Frighteningly enough. Okay, see you, Eric. Thanks for joining us. I'll try and figure out some other timings. Yeah, because my timing's a bit strange, and I realize everyone's all over the place. So part of this is to figure out what the best timings are. So late for you. Okay. All right, catch up. So I'm guessing that is late Monday. So you might be on what, in the States maybe? Anyway. Yeah, I have to do more of a late night for me eventually. Okay, so let's get on with this. I now need to do a camera. So just trying to remember how to toggle between Unreal and iClone. Yeah, because you start pressing the Q. That is it's still got some of the same stuff, but usually I press X so that I can access my navigation. And I press X, can move around that way, left click and right click and mouse wheel, and then Q to select stuff. But then once you do that, your mouse buttons don't work. So X. I don't think that's default either, so you might have to configure that. Anyway, let's create camera. Blah, 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 blah. Camera. So you get all these elements here. Now, one of the guys on YouTube was saying, or asking me on the channel, whether in LiveLink in particular, he configured a lot of this stuff, but in LiveLink he lost it when he took it over to Unreal. So yeah, let's check that out. I seem to remember also having the same issue. So let us just have a very very basic move on the camera. What do we got here? Transform constraint lens. I guess we don't want to mess around with it too much. Let's just check camera. How to do this? Camera transform. I want to go from here. I'm in the camera view, so let me go to preview and move out of it. So the camera is here. I say I always want the camera to look at character. Depth of field, you know, depth of field, why not? Pick target, that dude. See whether this translates over to Unreal. Linkage, look at, pick target. I want his head, base head. So let's say the camera starts from here. Is he looking? Is that camera even looking at him? Yeah, oh, it still looks pretty awful, but never mind. Not really that bothered with that. Let's have it slowly. Alt to shrink down the timeline. I'm just going to slowly moving to here, maybe. Well, let's just check. Yeah, it's good. Let's do it to about here. Okay, so let's move the camera. It's about there. Very simple. So it's moving from there. Tell you what, let's move this across a bit. simple thing, and we can check it out here. All right. It's not great though, is it? Camera, select the camera. Why is this depth of field? Yeah, to be honest, I don't. Oh, okay. See you, Eric. Sorry, I'm having trouble checking the chat when I should. Bellingham. All right, we'll try and do a stream that's a bit more to your time. Thanks for joining us. If you're still there, you probably won't. I tend to use Unreal cameras, so I'm not really sure about using it on. I guess I'll give it a wider perfect focus. Not that it really matters because this is all just going to go to Unreal. So, all right, let's export this. Export FBX. What's the range? 0 to 300. I'll just put 0 to 300. Let's just keep these. Let's get this over here. Tune goon test. So yeah, I'm just saving that out. That's it. Tune goon and animated tune goon. Okay, so saving that. Now I'm going to save out the camera. Range. I don't know. None of these really apply, but I'm just going to export it anyway. Tune goon cam. Save. And that should be it. I will open another Unreal. Okay, let us import some stuff. Feature 14. I'm going to new folder. Toon Goon is equal Toon Goon. So I'm just going to find him in my Explorer and drag and drop him. Let's see. I've got the, oops, come on. You want the FBX. I want skeletal mesh. Can assign a skeleton. I want the animations, exported time. I believe that is all okay. I've just left it on what I usually have it on. Ooh. Not entirely sure if that's right. But we shall see. Import. And then I will also drag in the camera. Bam. Come on, boy. You can do it. Actually, I don't have the CC3 auto settings in this either. So this will be interesting. All right, is he in here? Not sure whether he's gonna work out all right. Oh dear. Oh man. Oh, well, fella. Let's just drag him in. See what happens. Wonder. Just keep him where he is. Whether any of this actually will work. Let's see. Use animation asset. Oh, it's this one. Oh, looks like he's let's try a bit of Alt S. Oh yeah. He seems to be doing alright. Okay. Well, that's a relief. Now for the camera. Let's get this into sequencer. I believe I've got to create a camera. Cine camera actor. Let's just try this. All right. So I need to, let's just rename this. Can, oops, and to go. And then I'm going to add it to the sequencer because just need to do that. Add camera toon so now to get the iClone camera in there, because it's not going to do a hell of a lot. It's not going to move at all. You have to right click here and import and look for the Toon camera. So I did 2, but let's go for the, okay, cam 1, open. Hey. Oops, wrong thing. It has to be the FBX. Okay, this is the first one I did. So, of course, nothing happens. What's going on? Let's import again. Let's try. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened the first time there, but anyway, just in case the camera name is different, I'll disable that and I'll import. Yeah. Okay. So now we have the camera moving and it is a little bit jerky because it is targeting its head. So as we can see, a lot of the, well, all the settings are there because it's a cine camera. And we can just sort out the focus. Quite a fan of manual focusing. There we go. Just want his head, you could do that, but let's just have the body switched off that plane, otherwise it will appear in sequencer. And we can see that he's done that. And I also changed his animation. You notice slightly different. So I'm going to switch on iClone. Hopefully it will not crash everything. I'll just save this. And demonstrate how we can not have that jerky motion. Basically, we're going to target the camera towards a static object, like a cube or a sphere, that will be in the place of this character. Okay, so hold on, let's just let us just stick on Toongoon, J the face, F, oops, X. Oh, I keep on confusing it with my Unreal. So, like I said before, this time we have a prop, a box, which the camera, wherever it is, where is that camera gone? Oh, there it is. Will follow. So since that fella's, you know, fairly static, that should give an animation, a camera animation that is a bit more steady. So I actually exported that using the same method, and I named it, not that, I named it see, I think I could try and overwrite that. I just named it 2, so we can see that there's a bit of a jump up and down. Okay, let's see whether it will just export it over. Same process again, import. Let's go all the way down. Cam 2, open now. You should get this import interface. Import. Yeah, it failed again. So I'll be interested to see, I think it just wrote over it. You can see now that there's no jump. While I'm here, I will quickly demonstrate how I update animations. The easy way to do it, or what I think is the easiest way to do it. Toongoon, so let's change his animation to something else. Motion. Let's see. What emotions has he got there that are very different? So this is a pack of cartoon animations that I purchased. Stand happy chat. Let's see. So he's just chatting there. Okay, so same again. Export the FBX. Let's give the range 1 to 300. Oops. Not really bothered by any of this other stuff since it's just animation. And export. So you can either export it as another animation, or you can overwrite it. So in this case, I'm going to overwrite it. If you have many different animations, you might want to separate them, but this is just an example of what you can do. Okay, save. Yes, I will replace it. And once that is done, we can go over to this and just right click and re-import. Now if you had made a lot of different versions of a similar animation, maybe you had different takes of a similar animation, you could just re-import with the new file. But in this case I just overwrote the old one, so I will just re-import it that way. Alright, now we can see the new animation is in there, and we've got to apply it, reapply it in sequencer. So Toon animated, that's the new one, so I should just have him chatting and talking with the camera motion. So that is how you can easily update your animations. Find it quite a easy way to iterate on animations. Yeah, and that's it. I will be stopping the stream here. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.